Hello, I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. Thank you for joining us. We are doing everything virtually. As you can see, we're not in the studio. We're managing, though, because there's so much information to bring to you about our classes with the Senior Adult Program that are being brought to you online. And so we have one of our professors that has been with us for many years, teaching the complementary and integrative medicine class. And that course is a really interesting one. And he also does another one, the healing herbs. I've taken both of these classes in the past, and let me tell you, they're very interesting, and I learned a lot. So I want to welcome Dr. Armando Stuart Gonzalez. Thank you for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you very much for the invitation, Mary.
And thank you for welcoming us from your office in your home. And
Yes.
And so we appreciate your time. Tell us a little bit about how you're going to be teaching this semester, the fall semester, virtually your two classes.
Well, we start the first week of September. It's going to be via computer, via Teams. Students will be able to see me and the presentation, the PowerPoints I'm going to be uploading. I will also be able to talk to them. We will be able to make an interactive class. It's something new for most students. It's certainly new for me, and of course many other professors. But I think we can actually have a good class. I think it's an important way to learn new technology, and it's going to be a virtual class. It's going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for the alternative medicine class, and Tuesdays and Thursdays same hour, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for the healing herbs class.
Perfect. One of the things that we're learning, and all our professors are learning in the Mature Living Show, and the staff and everybody else, even the students will be learning how to take these classes virtually and how to register online as well. Because the college is closed, there are no in-person classes at this point, and it's because of our own safety. As you know, Doctor, we teach the most vulnerable in these pandemic times of COVID-19, and we certainly don't want to cause any more illness in our community. So we're taking all the precautions to make sure that our seniors are safe, but that because they're at home, they can continue learning.
Yes, well, we'll be covering various. First of all, we'll be defining what is alternative medicine, what is complementary, and really the new word, which is now the best explanation, which is integrative medicine. We'll be defining which one is, what each one is and its benefits, possible limitations. We'll also be talking about holistic medicine, the holistic approach, the traditional approach that you mentioned. We'll be looking at Ayurveda, which is the oldest system of medicine in the world from India. We'll be looking at Chinese medicine, the second oldest in the world. We'll be covering just the basics of acupuncture and the meridians, some Chinese herbs as well as Ayurvedic herbs. We'll be looking at preventive nutrition, how we can modify our diet and how we can start to do some, physical activity, which is those two. The combination is vital for everybody at every age.
Yes.
And much, of course, even more importantly for seniors. But we'll be covering that in non-technical language, something that's going to be easy to comprehend. So basically, we'll be looking at various modalities, including homeopathy. A lot of people don't know what homeopathy is. Some people, including some MDs, think that homeopathy is herbal medicine. They're very different. We will be looking at the principles of herbal medicine, but of course, we have a specialized course on healing herbs, which is going to be all about herbal medicine. But we will also be looking at essential oils, aromatherapy. So it is a pretty, I would say, it shows a wide array of options that we have for healing.
Wonderful. What are some of the questions that you've gotten in the past? I know that when we teach virtually, you'll be able to see your students in la pantalla, right, on the screen. And they will be able to see you. They will be able to see your PowerPoint presentations. And I know there's been some wonderful stories.
Well, for example, diabetic patients and other people, hypertensive patients that have improved because they basically changed their diet. They now know which foods to avoid. They now know which foods to include. Exercise or physical activity, the importance of it on a daily basis. They know now they don't have to exercise for 2 hours a day. 30 minutes of mild to moderate exercise a day for 7 days helps a lot of people with a lot of problems. Here we do not. I am a PhD. I have 2 PhDs, one in alternative medicine, the other in interdisciplinary health sciences. I do not make any prescriptions online or in class. We do not say we're going to trying to cure any disease. This is just an information course. It is an academic course in order for people to know what options exist, but obviously they need to be under the care of their usual physician. But we also talk about food-drug interactions, like, for example, some people don't know that if they're taking statin drugs to lower cholesterol, not all, but most of them may interact with grapefruit or grapefruit juice. The same thing happens with calcium channel blockers for the heart. So we do talk about the interactions that some foods and some herbs, the things that are possible, potential. So I think it's a general interest course for people who wish to take better care of themselves.
Yes. One of the things that we can help them with, whoever's watching us and listening to us and are taking interest to register for these classes, is that our senior adult program, they can email us at sap.epcc.edu or call 831-7801, and we can help them to how to register. Once they get into your class, I know they'll enjoy the learning experience. And like you say, you've got about 30 years in your belt on these topics and these themes and studying and traveling. And of course, you've taught for our senior adult program for many years. And so there's another way to get a hold of you, right, Doctor? How can they consult with you in person or how can they reach you?
Well, if I also give consultations, private consultations, they can be either virtual, online, as I said, or they can be in person. If it's in person, it can be at it's a pharmacy that Dr. Kavan, who is my colleague, he's the owner of the pharmacy. It's 9400 Dyer, Suite A. Again, it's 9400 Dyer, Suite A. But they can call me first at my cell phone in order to make an appointment. It's 915-345-0741. They can also contact me at my email, which is naturadoctor@gmail.com, which is NATURADOCTOR@gmail.com. The best way would be to call me directly at my cell phone, and we can set up an appointment either online, if they want through Zoom or whatever way they would like, Blackboard or Teams, whatever, or even WhatsApp has a FaceTime. We can connect through the cell phone, and the patient and the healthcare provider can see each other. And we can give a consultation there. So again, it's 915-345-0741.
Very good. And they can ask you questions about the classes.
Sure.
They can ask you
Definitely.
any kind of questions that you can serve our community as you do very well. Well, we want to encourage our seniors to use the computers, to use the internet, to get help from family members if they're in the house, the younger ones, so that they can get connected, because isolation is very prevalent right now in our senior community, and we want to help with that problem of isolation and loneliness. And boy, this is a great way to watch your professor and to see other students that are in your class, have that social interaction via the computer. And so we want to encourage people to join our classes and to register. They're free, absolutely free, from the senior adult program. We have about 10 classes now, Dr. Gonzalez. You have 2 of the 10, and we're going to be talking to other professors so that they can promote their classes and encourage seniors to enroll. It's been a joy, you know, doing this and learning. By the way, we're all learning how to do everything virtually until it's safe again to open our classrooms at the college and to make sure we have all the methods by which we can sanitize, that we can keep our seniors healthy. It is such an important thing. Any last things that I haven't asked you, Doctor, that you'd like to mention?
Well, in the healing herbs class, we also cover the medicinal aspects of hemp and marijuana. The senior adult program, to my knowledge, is probably the only venue where we actually teach a course on healing herbs that also mentions CBD or cannabidiol, which is now a very popular supplement. We also teach again about the benefits and also about the risks of medical marijuana. We also talk about various healing herbs that we use at the border. And also, again, we stress herb-drug interactions that can possibly occur. But we talk about different types of teas. We talk about different types of remedies that are being used. Again, some of them can be very safe, but others not so much. So we talk about all those in the healing herbs class as well.
Super. And again, we want to make sure that they know that they're registering for online classes. And
Yes.
the complementary medicine class is what date again that you're going to teach? You mentioned that at the beginning of our interview, but mention it one more time, the two dates for the two classes, the complementary medicine, and then of course the healing herbs.
Yes, well, both classes are given on the same weeks. There are 6 weeks, starting the first week of September. And the alternative medicine class is given Mondays and Wednesdays, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And the healing herbs is Tuesdays and Thursdays, same hour, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m.
Well, our registrations just started the beginning of August, so there's still time between now and September, early September, when the classes start. I hope that we get such a wonderful turnout that we might even have to have waiting lists to get into your classes. But definitely, we want people to try it. I think they'll enjoy it. This is the only way that we can reach our seniors in our classrooms virtually. And so, but it's still a good way to interact with your professors. I'm sure that your regular students, which you'll be calling and saying, hey, I'm online now, you know. So don't forget to take your classes. There's always something to learn. Thank you so much for being with us, and I appreciate your time. Stay healthy, Dr. Gonzalez, because we're going to need you between now and even through January, through the spring semester. Thank you for stepping up to teach these two classes online. It's a great experience, and I know you'll have great success.
Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you.
We're going to continue our show now with another guest.
Your education and career are too important to be put on hold. Whether you take online courses in the safety and comfort of your home or workforce training courses on our campuses, El Paso Community College's affordable quality education is the best option to help you reach your goals. With 145 programs and financial aid to those who qualify. Don't wait. Register today at epcc.edu. That's epcc.edu and be career ready tomorrow. EPCC is the best place to start and finish.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Of course, this is Mature Living. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and we're all coming to you virtually. As you can see, we're not open for business at the college because we're taking all the precautions and the measures to keep everyone's safety. And so are our partners, and one of our big partners, of course, is the City of El Paso Parks and Recreation Department. They manage the senior rec centers, the senior centers, the rec centers. They have a lot of activities that they're also doing virtually and trying to keep our citizens safe. And so with us, we've invited Joe Rodriguez, who is the manager. I don't remember your title, Joe. It's been a while since I've seen you, but you can tell them your title and what you're working as far as the rec centers and Parks and Recreation and all your wonderful programs.
Yes, thank you, Mary, for having me. So as Mary said, Joe Rodriguez, I'm Assistant Director for Parks and Recreation. In fact, Mary, I don't know if you knew that, but we have a new title, and we're Cultural Affairs and Recreation Department. Cultural affairs and recreation. So
So it's kind of you joined with cultural affairs and the recreation department, huh?
yes, so we're quality of life. So a lot of services for the community, both cultural. We've always been doing that anyway. So it's not just about the parks and the recreation centers, it's also about the cultural aspect of in the community. So we're happy to be here and work with you. Long time no see. You look good, Mary.
I know. I don't know what it is. We seem to be getting younger and younger. I'll be hitting 80 in about 3 years, and I like it. I like it. It's okay. It's okay. Having friends like you guys, it keeps me young too.
Invite for the party, okay? So
that's it, man. Okay, hopefully this will be over and we will be able to have a big party. Joe, as far as the heat has been very bad these days. And we wanted to discontinue, but what are you doing through your centers, through your rec centers to help with cooling places?
Yes, so as you know, Mary, we stay very active. First, when the pandemic struck here, we were able to supervise the parks. We kept the senior nutrition program going. Every Tuesday, our staff, they go out there and they work with the community so that the seniors don't miss their meals. They actually get 5 meals a week, so they can have them for the whole week. And then after that, we once the summer came in and it got really, really hot, we were able to open some testing centers for COVID and also what we call cooling centers. And what the cooling centers are is a place where you can go. If you take people from your own family, you're able to sit in their own table. But other than that, if you don't know the other persons and we ask for social distancing, we take temperature, we take all the precautions that you can think of to make sure that everybody's safe, because it's a cooling center, but in reality, it's a safe place. So yes. Being a safe place, we want it to be safe.
And those centers are located in strategic areas throughout the city?
Yes, for the senior centers, we have what we call the famous San Juan Senior Center.
Yes.
They have really good attendance there also, and also Memorial Senior Center. Up in the west side, we have Don Haskins. It's a rec center, okay? It's a rec center, but we also use it for that. So people are able to walk into the gym and just sit there, read a book, play games, do anything they want, but they have to be kind of isolated. Like I said, if they come in with someone already from the family or from the same group, and they're already friends forever or something that they've been hanging around, we let it go and they sit together and they don't bother anybody else. But other than that, on the far east, we have Pavo Real. Pavo Real, what we call, used to be Father Martinez. We have that cooling center also. And we're asking people in the Mission Valley to come over and visit the center. We have it all set up, nice and safe. You can bring your own card deck, knitting tools, arts and crafts, and you can sit there and have a good time, but it's got to be isolated, as per the social distancing item.
And do you have anything in the Northeast, Joe?
Yes, so we have one at Nation Stevens. Nation Stevens, as you know, is a roller skating center, very big. It's got 2 large gyms, so there's a lot of space there. So anybody from the Northeast, from Memorial, from the Copia, Montana area, anybody up that way to the Northeast, they can go to Nation Stevens.
Very good. I was at the Don Haskins Center dropping off some mini schedules, by the way, for our online classes. We have 10 online classes that we're offering in the fall, and we hope to offer more in the spring. And so I dropped off, and we're dropping off at those cooling centers. One of the games that I think would be fun with social distancing is ping pong. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if you're going to set up any ping pong tables, because that's social distancing. It might help, and it's fun.
Yes. So we do have some games already there, but like I said, at this time and point, we're doing things where people can bring their own equipment. So there's no sharing right now. So if, let's say that you do want to play ping pong, then you have to bring your own pads and your own everything, right? So that you don't have that issue of, who used it last and all that. But we do have other centers like Marty Robbins also opened. We're going to open a few more soon, and hopefully this heat wave goes away soon.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We seem to go through this 30 days, 40 days of 100-degree weather. Hopefully it'll cool off a little bit in September, and we'll be able to walk our dogs because the pavement is so hot. We shouldn't be walking dogs anytime in the 100-degree weather, in the heat.
Yeah, and it's amazing because I do see people walking their dogs in the daytime and evening and all that, and it's a little painful for them. Just keep them to the. We have some dog parks. They're open and they can go to them, and there's it's nice and easier to handle them out on the pavement.
Where are those dog parks? I'd like to take Sammy, my doggy, except he doesn't like doggies, and I tell him he barks at other dogs for no reason. I think he's trying to protect me, but what's happening is that he's not a very good social guy, and I tell him they're your same kind. These doggies are your same kind. Why are you barking at them? But I'd like to try the doggy park.
Yeah, you should go and just introduce him little by little, and then they'll get used to it, and there'll be no problem. For example, last night I visited the Argo Park. It's located on the George Theater, Longland intersection, somewhere there, and it's got a dog park, beautiful long walking park, and there was a lot of dogs there having a good time. I was there about 9 p.m., between 8 and 9 p.m., and let me tell you, they were all getting along, no fighting. I think sometimes maybe the adults, but not the dogs. The dogs.
One of the things that are our goals, both with the Parks and Rec, and the senior adult program, is to try to diminish isolation and depression among our seniors. And right now with the pandemic and the COVID-19, it's rampant because they're alone at home. So these online classes and all the activities that you provide, can help with that. Wouldn't you say, Joe?
Yes, and one of the things, Mary, that I don't know if your public is aware, but we are having, every Friday we have a concert. Every Friday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. we have a concert. We've already had all the July concerts. We had mariachis one night with a folkloric group, not the big group, but 3 or 4 or 5 people, dancing. We've had bands left and right, cumbias. Just this past Friday, we had a cumbia and Latin dancing and playing music. We had a country western band also. And in fact, this Friday, okay, so you can put it in your calendar, we have the hypnosis group. And they do hip hop and rock and things like that. So, and we'll continue. And the big one that I want everybody to know about, your public, so they can line it up in their calendar. We're going to have the Juan Gabriel homage. So we're going to honor Juan Gabriel's death, it'll be not this weekend, but next weekend, the end of the month. So that is going to be a popular one.
How are you presenting these concerts, Joe?
Virtually. We made San Juan Senior Center, the main little hall, we made it a studio. So we have all the lights and the microphones, and you see Enrique Valadez and Sergio Gonzalez, they're the ones that put all this together. If you walk in there, Mary, you're walking into like a grand studio with speakers, and you can't even walk in there because of all the technical things.
That is so great. You're really thinking out of the box. You're really thinking out of the box, so that how do we join the concert? Let's say this Friday. How do we join?
Yes, we have a link. It's Facebook Live. So you have to go into El Paso Parks and Recreation webpage. We have a Facebook page. You go there. In fact, if you go in right now, you can see all the concerts that we presented already.
I'd like to do that.
So
Absolutely.
If you have 2 hours to spare, you can do it. And so just go into Facebook, and it'll be Facebook Live concert at El Paso Parks and Recreation Facebook page.
That's wonderful. And Joe, when you offer your line dance class, can't you go to that studio and offer your line dance class in that studio as well? Because you're going to need space. You're going to show them steps. You teach the beginners, and there's a lot of seniors that can, from their den or their living room, even the kitchen, they can do some line dance steps with music and everything. What do you think?
Yes, we're able to do that from there because, like I said, it's a studio now with the little stage and everything. And as long as we provide a social distancing, then we're good. We can do individual classes or we can do group classes, but we just got to have that distance that you know of, and the mask and all that thing.
Yeah, and Joe, as you know, the senior adult program classes that you teach in your personal time are free. And so anything that's free, I know that through Parks and Rec and Senior Adult Program and everybody in between, we're offering a lot of things that can help our elderly stay safe and stay healthy and stay engaged in community. Social distancing, absolutely. Masks, we encourage masks, washing your hands, using the sanitizers. We're not doing any in person yet, but we pray and that soon we will be able to go back to some normalcy.
Right.
Is that what you're hoping as well?
Yes. And so, we also have exercise. David Lopez, I think he's going to be with you soon or has been already. He's doing exercise, health and fitness for seniors and for anybody. Things that you can do at your own house with your own equipment that you have there by utilizing a chair or un banquito, a step.
Bottles of water. I should have my bottle of water and doing my little exercises.
Yeah, milk cartons. I mean, whatever. He'll show you how to do things in your own home. So he's got those also, and those are also in our Facebook. And he'll talk to you about how he's providing that live, and people can join in and exercise with him. And we also have, for the kiddos, we have arts and crafts and some things that, well, now they're back in school, but we for the whole summer we had things for the kids also. Very, very busy. For aquatics, we also had first aid, swimming tips. We've stayed very busy, Mary, no matter what, and we continue to provide the best that we can with Parks and Recreation, of course, And I don't know if you knew this, but something exciting, we're finishing up some new centers that we're going to be opening up soon, and we'll meet with you and talk to you about these brand new centers that we're opening up soon.
You give us a generic phone number, an email, the Facebook thing.
Right. So we have what we call the 212-0092. 212-0092. That's our general number. It has not changed. We still have somebody answering the phone. And of course, you can go to the Sierra El Paso webpage and you'll find the Parks and Recreation Department there. Click on it and all the information is there. And if it's not, then just call that one number, 212-0092, and we'll be able to help you out.
Well, we'll see you next week, everybody.